You hear all the time in the news, American education is underfunded. Kids aren't getting the education they deserve. Let's take a look at that for a minute. Facts: children and families are going homeless more than ever before. More than 14,000 people face homelessness each day in Arizona alone. 30% of that are children and teens. Families with children are the fastest growing sector in homelessness. So you ask yourself, why don't I see these people on the streets? Homelessness is defined as one that does not have a consistent, livable place to call their own. According to DES, nearly 30,000 children, pre-kindergarten through 12th grade, are reported as homeless. 65% are doubled up living with family members, 28% of them living in shelters, 4% temporarily living in hotels, 3% are unsheltered. Homeless children are twice as likely to experience hunger, health issues, and problems at school. Lack of consistency, routines, privacy, safety, and uninterrupted schooling can make it difficult for kids to flourish socially, emotionally, and academically. Pappas Kids Schoolhouse Foundation is here to break the cycle of poverty by providing underprivileged youth the educational opportunities that they deserve. Together, we can make a change for a better future. We partner with schools that serve disadvantaged youth and assist with the educational, social, and family needs of their students. By giving these students the opportunities that they deserve and eliminating the barriers that childhood homelessness and poverty may create, we hope to change the course of their lives so that they may become fully literate, productive members of our society.
For me, being here on this ground for the first time since we closed on June 30th, 2008, it brings a lot of emotion thinking about the thousands of children who entered our doors, who played on our playground for many, many years. The staff that we worked with for many, many years, and where they all are now. And you know, I think of those successes that all of these children had because they had this place to be. And they had such a committed staff. They had a committed community here, and it fills my heart to know that Pappas Kids Foundation still stands to help those kids and the thousands of more kids that they've helped since we've closed. Knowing that this foundation just isn't about the Pappas school, it's about all of the kids who are homeless and don't necessarily have that voice and those resources that they need, providing them those opportunities, you know, to have a laptop, their first year of college, to have a little bit of money for those supplies.
Pappas Kids Schoolhouse Foundation has been an incredible partner with us in breaking cycles of poverty. So they too take a holistic approach. And this relationship began through the tax credit program when we applied for individual and corporate tax credit scholarships, but it has grown to so much more. Pappas Kids provides food for our children at Thanksgiving. They provide uniforms for our children and school supplies and backpacks. They also, most recently, have purchased Kindles for our children, bringing them current technology and helping them to be 21st century learners. All of that is really quite remarkable. In addition to that, they address basic needs such as vision and arranging vision exams and eyeglasses for our children throughout the school year.
One of the things I loved about the Pappas school was everybody was in the same boat. Everybody came from a very similar type background. So we tried to eliminate that barrier of upper class versus lower class, or rich versus poor students. And our counselor did a great job working with the students on how we treat everybody the same. If we would not have had the funding support from the Pappas Foundation, we would have never had a school counselor. And they paid for it for quite a few years, which was just a blessing for our kids. And it also helped our teachers understand how to educate and work with students in poverty.
Pappas provided toys for the Holiday Fest. Mr. and Mrs. Claus were there for free pictures with the children. At that time, they were providing a gift to each child as they came up to visit them. And what an amazing experience for the children to be able to receive a gift from Santa and Mrs. Claus, and it was a free event. So without Pappas, that would not have happened.
As president of the Pappas Kids Schoolhouse Foundation, I'm more than excited to tell you that during our inception, that we have provided scholarships to over 1,700 children throughout the state of Arizona, comprising over $3.5 million to further their secondary education.
How I grew up without a biological mom in my life because she was in prison my entire life until I was 17 years old. And I was actually born in the women's prison of Perryville. I ended up at Thomas J. Pappas through a neighborhood friend. At the time I was staying in an extended stay motel, and my friend that lived in trailer parks, the trailer parks right next to me, she attended a school named Thomas J. Pappas, and it was summertime, and she was like, yeah, I'd like to go to school all the time, and I'm like, why? And so she's the one that actually got me to start going to Thomas J. Pappas. They helped provided for my family when my dad couldn't afford to put food on our plates, or even give us Christmas presents or have a Thanksgiving dinner. They provided all of that for us, as well as clothes. I remember if my shoes had tears in them and my socks were all messed up, they would provide that stuff for me, as well as nice outfits and everything like that. I can't even begin to explain how thankful I am for the support system that I have. A lot of kids, that's the reason why they didn't get out of where they, what they grew up in, why they haven't left poverty, why they went down the same paths their families went down, is because they didn't have the right support system. Everyone that I receive scholarships from, they have big hopes and big dreams for me and keep me going.
So I feel like for Pappas helping me get my high school of choice, and also helping me attend college and helping me out whenever I needed, it's letting me become what I want to come. I want to be a labor and delivery nurse, and so I'm on that path right now, and I also love it. And I also thank Pappas because I also have younger cousins that look up to me. I am the first to graduate high school in my family, so all my younger cousins, they look at me and they're just like, I want to go to a school like Brianna, I want to go to school like she does, and I want to work. Feel thankful for them because on bottom line, it's Pappas that helped me.
Pappas Kids has helped me go to Xavier College Preparatory, which is one of the best schools in Arizona. And at Xavier, I've been able to do a lot of opportunities thanks to Pappas Kids. The best opportunity I've had because of Pappas Kids was doing the mock trial team. And Pappas Kids, with their help with my scholarships, has allowed me to go and travel out of state. They have allowed me to better participate in mock trial with the funding that they give me if I couldn't afford things. And they've helped me to try to reach my goal to ultimately becoming a lawyer.
My name is Megan, and I'm studying at the University of Arizona, and I'm a Pappas kid. I've been receiving the Pappas scholarship for quite a few years now, and it's really helped me not necessarily stay in school, but has helped me succeed as a student, and it has really helped me grow into the person I've become now. When I was in grade school, I didn't really have a lot of friends, and I really didn't know what I was doing, and I was kind of just going through the motions basically. But with Pappas, I really found my place. I decided that I wanted to go to a private high school that I felt offered me better opportunities, better connections, better steps going forward into the future. And so I applied for the Pappas scholarship, and I received it, which is amazing. I couldn't be more thrilled. And getting that scholarship really made me feel more confident and really made me feel like I could do the same thing in college that I did in high school. I could find a place here and make a place for myself and meet amazing people and do amazing things. So it's really been all because of Pappas.
And Nationwide Vision has been involved with the Pappas Kids. Again, since our inception, we just turned 30 years of age, and over 20 years ago, we started offering our support to the Pappas kids. It's really important as a business owner, and that's why I'm reaching out to you today, is that you get requests from many, many different great organizations that need help and need funding. And over 20 years ago, I made a decision that it was all about kids, and this is where your corporation can also aid us and help by learning how to participate and contribute to such a worthwhile and great cause. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dana Sandoval, the Executive Director of Pappas Kids Schoolhouse Foundation. I want to tell you a little bit about Pappas Kids. We were founded in 2005 to support the 2 largest schools dedicated to homeless children in the United States. The schools sadly closed in 2008, and so we stayed in existence to support the Children First Academies in their reopening. Once they were self-sustainable, we noticed that the growing epidemic of childhood homelessness and poverty had gone to staggering numbers. We are now, to this day, over 29,000 homeless and underprivileged youth attending schools throughout Arizona alone. Pappas Kids is fighting the growing epidemic, and it is because of our collaborative partners and our amazing donors that we can do that. Together, we're providing educational opportunities to the children that they deserve and giving them a chance just to have an opportunity to succeed and have a great future and break the cycle of homelessness and poverty. Pappas Kids has a firm belief that the only way to break the cycle of poverty and homelessness is through education. So we provide tuition assistance, scholarships, uniforms, school supplies, and items that would ensure success in the classroom as well as at home. We thank you for watching this video, and we thank you for educating yourself on the growing epidemic in Arizona, and we hope that together we can fight to make a difference for Arizona's future.